Okay. Hi, guys. Today we'll cover a new topic which involves XLOOKUP and probably the other lookup functions. In one of my videos, you saw how to use the sum and average functions, right? And on this worksheet, um, and this is labeled functions, we're about to see, or rather to use the function that you might not need now if you're just getting started in Excel, but eventually you're likely or probably will use one of the most frequently used functions here in Excel, which is called, well, it can either be VLOOKUP at this point, but as of 2019, we have a new function and it's called XLOOKUP. Well, VLOOKUP, as we know it, we also have a partner function which is called HLOOKUP. Okay, as of like what I was saying, as of 2019, a new function was introduced. And it's called XLOOKUP, and actually will replace VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. And really, the whole idea behind the function like this is to allow you to pull together related information. Now, sometimes when you're doing this, probably working with different worksheets at the same time. So, in this example, well, this is just a simple example. We're going to show you here we've got a list in column G, some of the ID numbers, and we have a source list here on the left screen, and we need to associate the IDs here with an employee name. That's what we're going to do, no? And over in columns A through D, as you see, we've got a big list. It may be hundreds or if not thousands of rows, and rather than sorting the data and jumping back and forth doing manual lookups, and try to find these IDs, let's actually just use the XLOOKUP function. Okay. Well, what that function does, in addition to combining the capabilities of the other two functions, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, it introduces some new efficiencies as well, no? And also overcomes some of the limitations of the other two functions. So let's start. Equal on the screen H2, cell H2, equal a X lookup. So I'm about to type this in, I'm already typing it. I'm typing it in cell H2 and then left parenthesis. Now guys, for some of you, you may be a little bit startled, especially if you've never worked ever with functions such as sum and average. And that's okay. So in here, as you type in this function, we type in next left parenthesis, and now what it highlights is this lookup value. You are already seeing some hints as to what else is required for us to complete this function. And optionally within brackets also, no? As you see on the pop-up down below, these are additional features as well. Now, this may not tell you everything you need to know at this point. Yet most of the time when you use XLOOKUP, you probably will be saying, I've got a value, I got this value. For example, the one in cell G2, and we can either click this or type G2. Either way works. And then we put in comma. What's next that's being highlighted is the lookup array. It means where are we looking? And we are looking in column C. Look this value in column C. Now simply with the leftmost, what I did back there is with my left mouse button, I just click this top header here, the column C, to cover for the entire column list. Now, what are we looking for next? If I press on comma, we see the text return array. This is highlighted next. Well, we're looking to find the related information in column A. So I use my left mouse button, okay? to select the column A. That's all we need to do in this specific example. So I'll start pressing column A with my left mouse button. Well, yeah, and there you go. You don't have to put in a right parenthesis. You can just press enter right away. Okay, I'll press enter and then we have an answer. Okay, it doesn't stop there. We're not verifying yet if it's the actual employee name. Uh, what we want to do next is to drag this formula all the way down to the subsequent values or subsequent cells of this column. So I will click to the lower right portion of this cell until this icon appears, and then hold down the left mouse button and drag all the way down there. Now it's possible, guys. One of those IDs is visible already on the screen here to the left. Well, in fact, we see one or two values already. Here's Cesar Antonio Zeppeli, representing or using ID number 30873. And then above that, we also have Dio Brando, no? So we see 33,565. 33,565. Okay, so we already have those examples. So we can assume that they're all working. Okay, and then as I click up the cell in H2, we can see in the formula bar, and I can also double click this cell momentarily so you can see it in more detail. No, what just happened? Recap: we are looking up G2 from the values from the list in cell C in column C, and then what when we find that value, return, we jump right into column A and return that value, the applicable value. Now, we could not have done VLOOKUP on this because it cannot look leftward, really. That's what we're doing here. So this overcomes that limitation now. And over in column K, uh, there's something similar. So I'll press escape and go over to column A. K, sorry. Uh, yes. So we'll be looking, type in again XLOOKUP and press left parenthesis. Now this time we're looking for ID because it says in their ID. I can type in manually or once again click this and then press comma. Notice the next requirement would be asking for the lookup array once again. And then we look that up. We select and using our left mouse button, we select this header here to select the entire column and then press comma. And then what we actually want to look for when we find this value from this list is that please return the corresponding salary from column D. Okay, so this is the salary amount, no? And then press enter. And there you have it. And once again, we'll drag from that lower right hand corner of this cell I'm pointing at and click it and hold it, the left mouse button, all the way down to the last value. And there you have it. So you see here, quick look, we can already see this value here, verify this portion is being represented by the one in row 8. Oh, no, no, 9. For employee SCDC, having a salary of this much, 111,583. Okay, so we see that. Yes, we do. Okay, what else do we see? Some more. I guess that's enough already. So it matches with what we with the original, well, with the reference values from this list. Okay, and that's all. There you have it.